If you're a fan of The Last of Us, then you've definitely noticed how amazing Isabela Merced is as Dina. She completely shines in every scene she's in. So today, we're taking a deep dive into her life off screen. Here are 10 shocking facts you didn't know about Isabela Merced. 10. She didn't even audition. She was handpicked. While most actors on The Last of Us had to audition and go through long casting processes, Isabela didn't even need to try out. That's how much the show's creators trusted her talent. Craig Mazin, one of the creators, said this: "Auditions are cool, but they're never really real, and sometimes you just need to go by instinct. We went by instinct there, and our instinct was spot on." They had seen her amazing performance in the sequel to Sicario and just knew she was the right person to play Dina. When Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann asked her to meet with them, Isabela thought they wanted to give her a tiny role, like maybe one of the people living in Jackson Village. But to her surprise, they offered her the role of Dina right away. She didn't even do a chemistry read with Bella Ramsey. That's how much faith they had in her talent. 9. Where else have you seen her? Before The Last of Us, Isabela Merced had already been acting for years, starting when she was just a little kid. She began acting at only 6 years old in a local community theater. And by the time she was 10, she was already on Broadway. Her first big TV role came when she played C.J. Martin, the main character in the Nickelodeon series 100 Things to Do Before High School. That show ran from 2014 to 2016, and it made her really popular with younger audiences.
What are you doing? You look nice. I heard that you have tickets to the Del Rey concert.
But the role that most people know her for is Dora in the live-action adventure movie Dora and the Lost City of Gold. She was fantastic in that film, funny, brave, and full of energy. She also starred in Nickelodeon's original movie Splitting Atom, where she played a character named Lori Collins. And she's been in some really big Hollywood movies too. You may have seen her in Transformers, The Last Knight.
What happened to your arm?
Instant Family, 2018.
Just let me talk to her, please, and then we can figure something out, and
Honey.
she can take me home.
And more recently, in the 2024 film Turtles All the Way Down, which is based on a popular book by John Green. 8. Age and background. Even though Isabela Merced has done so much, she's still very young. She was born on July 10th, 2001, which makes her just 23 years old today. She was born in Cleveland, Ohio, but her background is a mix of two cultures. Her mom is from Peru in South America, and her dad is American. Even though she grew up in the U.S., Isabela has said that she actually feels more Peruvian than American. In fact, her first language was Spanish, not English. When she started school, she had a tough time because she didn't know much English yet. But over time, she learned and became fluent in both languages. Isabela is very close to her family. She often visits Peru to spend time with her relatives on her mom's side. You can see how much she loves her heritage by looking at her social media, where she proudly shows off her culture, food, and music. She's the middle child in her family. She has one older brother named Jared and one younger brother named Giovanni, and she loves spending time with them whenever she can. 7. Her sexuality. In The Last of Us, Merced plays Dina, a bold, loving, and bisexual character who falls in love with Ellie. And this role meant a lot more to her than just acting. In real life, Isabela Merced is openly queer. She once said in an interview, "I've been queer my whole life, so I never really thought about it." For her, playing Dina wasn't about pretending or putting on a character. It was about showing a part of herself on screen. She also shared that when she first played the game years ago and saw the scene where Ellie and Dina danced together at the party, it stayed with her. That's so cool, she thought at the time. Seeing two girls fall in love in a video game felt powerful. Now, years later, she's the one bringing that moment to life. 6. She's so much like her character. Isabela Merced doesn't just play Dina, she is Dina in so many ways. Just like Dina is witty, flirty, and full of life, Isabela is known for being the most talkative, bubbly presence on set. Behind-the-scenes clips show her constantly laughing, cracking jokes, and lifting the mood wherever she goes. She bonded with her co-stars almost instantly, using her humor and warmth to connect with everyone, from the crew to the cast. Her energy is contagious, and it's not just for show. In real life, she's just as playful, free-spirited, and open-hearted as the character she plays. Merced once shared her personal goals, and they sound like something Dina would totally write in a journal. go to more live concerts, give more hugs, love without fear, and be fully present in the moment. She's always giggling, always glowing, and always kind, just like the Dina fans adore. 5. She's super close with Bella Ramsey. Even though she joined the cast later, Isabela Merced and Bella Ramsey clicked like they'd known each other forever. The two didn't just become co-stars, they became best friends almost instantly. Their chemistry off-screen is so strong, so full of playful banter and sweet moments, that fans can't stop shipping them in real life. Isabela has gushed about Bella in several interviews, saying that pretending to be in love with her on the show was easy.
I love Bella. Bella is a huge support system, which is crazy because I feel like Bella needed the most support this whole season, being in like every single scene.
She revealed that they bonded the most during the intense filming of the subway tunnel scene, where they were being chased by infected. The fear, the adrenaline, the closeness, it brought them even closer. Between takes, they were whispering, laughing, and even created their own secret sign language to communicate like true besties. 4. Who is she dating? When it comes to love, Isabela Merced doesn't play games. She's always been open about who she's dating. Back in 2016, she made headlines when she went public with fellow Nickelodeon alum Jace Norman. The young couple seemed adorable together, but called it quits after about 6 months. Then, in 2017, fans were buzzing again when she posted a bold photo locking lips with Dylan Summerall, sparking another wave of dating rumors. But it was in 2022 that her love life really caught attention. Pictures of her and her girlfriend, who's a graphic designer, went viral on Twitter. The two looked genuinely happy and affectionate, leading fans to believe they were seriously dating. Sadly, the relationship seems to have ended quietly, and Isabela hasn't said much about it since. As of now, it looks like she's flying solo. There's no confirmed partner in the picture, just Isabela, focusing on her work, her passions, and living life on her own terms. 3. Merced isn't her original name. If you've been following Isabela since her Nickelodeon days, then you probably remember her as Isabella Moner. That's the name she used early in her career, from her breakout roles to red carpet appearances. But in October 2019, everything changed. She took to Instagram and revealed that she was officially changing her name to Isabela Merced, not for publicity or reinvention, but to honor someone incredibly special, her late grandmother. Merced wasn't just a name, it was a tribute. Her grandmother had played a huge role in shaping her identity and values, and choosing that name was her way of keeping her memory alive. 2. She's not just an actor. She's a musician too. Isabela Merced doesn't just light up the screen, she brings that same energy into the recording studio. When she's not busy filming, she's often writing music, singing, or strumming her ukulele.
Voy a ponerla en esas suaves palmas tuyas. Quisiera saber la estrella que te hizo.
That's right, she's a multi-talented artist with serious vocal chops and a real passion for songwriting. She didn't just act in Instant Family, she also wrote and performed the emotional song I'll Stay that plays during one of the film's most touching moments.
My feet are sore from walking all night long.
In 2019, she released her first single, Poppy. She followed it up with a music video that dropped in November the same year. Then, in May 2020, she released her debut EP, The Better Half of Me, under Republic Records. Billboard even named her one of the top 15 new Peruvian artists to watch. 1. She's got big dreams behind the camera, too. Isabela Merced isn't just focused on being in front of the camera, she wants to be behind it, too. Even at just 23, she's already thinking like a future producer. While many young actors are happy just acting, Merced is curious about how everything works on set, especially the technical stuff. While filming The Last of Us, she didn't just stick to her scenes. She actually asked the show's creators if she could sit in on the VFX meetings. Most actors wouldn't bother, but Merced was fascinated. She said the experience opened her eyes to how much detail and creativity go into making those intense scenes. That kind of dedication shows just how seriously she takes her career. She's not just acting for fun, she's studying, asking questions, and preparing for a future where she's calling the shots. With that kind of passion, don't be surprised if she ends up directing or producing one of your favorite shows someday.
Dicen que las cosas más preciosas